Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. If you're new to the channel, then sincerely welcome. Welcome to the world of silver stacking. Welcome to a huge community of silver stackers. We check in on a daily basis, looking at what the markets are doing. I also do tons of giveaways. I'm doing a 10-ounce Wall Street silver bar giveaway. You can go enter. That video is still open. I'm giving away a whole bunch of silver once I hit 45,000 subscribers, even more silver at 47,000, and then a disgustingly large amount of silver at 50,000 subscribers. So yeah, if you subscribe, stick around. We have a great community here. I post 2-3 videos a day, hang out in the comment sections. I have a Slayers Elite members only chat. We do giveaways in there. Just a lot of stuff happening around here. It's cool. I mean, it's a great vibe. We all share one passion, and that is silver, right? We discuss this stuff on a daily basis. I'm definitely diverse with the type of content that I put out. Lots of different types of videos. This one's more of just me picking my own brain type of video and asking you questions, but also do cover a lot of articles from the Silver Institute, Kitco News, Seeking Alpha. And then we even go a step beyond, and we'll even look at, the Wall Street Silver subreddit and look at some silver memes and all types of stuff, right? I do everything on here, so welcome. Make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss out, especially with the amount of silver I'm giving away. So when we're talking about silver, quote unquote, exploding in 2021, what does that mean to you? Everyone has their own perspective of this. Like if I hear someone saying silver is going to explode in 2021, I would put it probably around $50 or higher. But that's max. I mean, that's like silver exploding, not rallying, more than normal. I mean, that's astronomical high silver prices with a huge cause and huge effect. But some people, $50 might not be enough, and rightfully so. Silver was $50 not even 10 years ago. So a lot of even the Wall Street silver type people, the people that are all in the silver squeeze, even $100 silver, that's an explosion, but they're looking way past that. Some of them are talking about $500,000 silver. And if you're looking at the technicals, it could happen if everything pans out, but it wouldn't take a year. See, the catch of this is this year. Can silver explode this year? Or how high would it rise this year? And you have to be realistic. Now, there's obviously the unknown variable that has to be thrown in that most people overlook. The unknown variable, meaning that something can come out of left field, that it could affect silver's price so freaking crazy, and we could never expect it. Just like all of the silver forecasts before the pandemic, all of the forecasts from 2019 in there at the end of the year were way off because nobody could have predicted a global pandemic would be happening. Same thing moving forwards, especially with the amount of money we're throwing out, the stimulus we're throwing out. A lot is at stake, so the unknown variable has to be taken into consideration. Now, the whole point of it, though, it's unknown, so we have to still move forwards with this, with a good awareness of different scenarios. And I mean, scenario A, B, C, or D could happen. The good thing about silver is whether scenario A, B, C, D, E, F, G happens, silver's still going to come out on top. That's the beautiful thing about precious metals. No matter what happens, silver is going to benefit from it. See, stocks, even gold, it's a 50-50. It's very iffy because if the economy starts recovering, gold isn't going to do well at all. Silver is going to do well regardless if the economy recovers or doesn't, because it's a monetary metal and an industrial metal, hence why my name is Silver Slayer, not Gold Slayer, because gold only benefits when things are going bad. People invest into gold when they don't trust banks or, the government. But even when the economy is recovering post-pandemic, silver, being the industrial metal that it is still going to be flourishing and needed everywhere. So silver is literally a win-win situation. You cannot go wrong. People call it the devil's metal, the riskier version of gold, but I don't see how that's even possible looking at the reality of how silver benefits regardless of what's happening. So this is another thing. A lot of times there are silver pumping channels. They don't even mean to be silver pumpers, but they are. in their own ways. I mean, I've even been there before. I mean, sometimes, you do get attracted to views, and people like very exaggerated, very enthusiastic type of content, but that could be very misleading. And that's why when I do talk about $50 silver, $100 silver, I try to make it very, I try to make it very straightforward, saying or getting the point across that if silver hits $50 this year, it won't stay that high for too long, depending on how long it takes. Silver is a much slower paced investment than Bitcoin. If silver today automatic or just randomly in 2 months jumped, $20, it would crash for a very long time. If we want $50 silver, it has to be a gradual approach. Silver is not Bitcoin. If we want $100 silver, it has to be a very gradual approach. If silver hits $100 by the end of 2021, it's probably going to take 2-3 years minimum to start gaining traction again. Look at Bitcoin in 2017. Bitcoin went from like $5,000 to $18,000 in a couple of months. But then after $18,000, it was so overbought. It went past the boundaries of realism so far that it took 3-4 years for it to start catching back up, to get back on its toes. Same thing would happen with silver. You need something to have corrections. You need your investment to have corrections, sell-offs, dips. That's healthy. Bitcoin didn't have any corrections or sell-offs or dips. It just kept going up, 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 up. And that's why it crashed. We're going to need that same thing with silver. Go up a little bit, correct a little bit, and then it stabilizes at these higher prices. It goes up to $30, then goes back down to 28, then goes to 32, and then goes to 30 to 31, and then it goes to 34, and then goes to 32, and then goes to 35, and then goes to 33. There has to be corrections, dips, sell-offs. That's where the price stabilizes. That's where you get a sense of its actual value during that period of time. Because when it goes into overbought territory, and silver, let's say silver went up to like $35 right now, yeah, the price is 35, but right now that's not what its real value is. That's just an inflated price from everyone trying to buy it. But then as soon as people start selling, it's deflated, and then you see where the actual price really lies. And that's also why when I'm doing charts, when I cover a lot of chart-based videos, I like to incorporate what's happening in the economy, because charts aren't always for sure, just like the economy isn't always for sure. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of theories out there, a lot of false flags, a lot of stuff that's taken out of context, a lot of rumors, lies, myths. So you have to take everything with a grain of salt. But if you can combine what's happening, the charts, and incorporate the charts with what's happening in the economy, I think that's the best way to get an educated guess on where silver's price is headed. That's why I like incorporating both, because a lot of times people only look at one or the other. But if you can combine both, you get a very, very good insight on silver's price. So I want to pass the question off to you now. Where do you think silver's price is going to be by the end of 2021? Do you think silver is going to explode in the year 2021? I mean, we have the perfect storm that, the stars have aligned. The last thing we need is, both things that are really going to push silver up haven't really started to have a major impact on the prices yet. And that's very good, even looking at how silver is setting up around $27 as a natural price. That's very high. I've been stacking silver for 7+ years, and $27 silver is extremely high. Silver's usually been $15 to $20, and $20 tops. So to see it 27 and sitting pretty right here, that's very good news. A lot of people haven't been stacking that long, though, so they don't know that $27 is extremely high. A lot of people got in around $30 last February, so they're like, silver's down $3. What is this? Silver's not doing anything. But it actually is. If you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, a lot of people are just so focused and over-analyzing their own time frame that they forget to realize what silver has been doing and where it's headed, where it's really headed. So let's look at this. So last time we saw $50 silver was in 2011, right? And it took 3 years Took 3 years. From 2008, $9 silver, 2011, $50 silver. It took 3 years. So this time, if we're going off of that very low silver price, which would be the $11 silver we saw in March last year. So if we're saying last time it took 3 years with a very similar situation, $1 billion stimulus, recession / depression. Now it's $1 trillion stimulus, recession / depression, plus a global pandemic. So it might not take as long as 3 years because the pandemic is just speeding things up. It's making things way more chaotic, and rightfully so. So let's say it takes 2 years. So then we're looking at, 2022, 2023. And by then, we would have the consequences, the aftermath of the amount of stimulus we're throwing out. The silver demand would be booming from green energy, where silver's real demand from 5G electric vehicles, solar panels is all going to be catching up because supply will not be able to catch up with the demand. So yes, that would make sense. In a couple of years from now is where we're really going to start to see things take a swing upwards. Now, if we also have the Wall Street silver raid, they're gaining thousands of members a day. So in a year from now, think of how many people would be on the silver train doing these silver raids and just knowing about silver in general. Plus, when the price starts to rise, everyone wants a slice of the silver pie, not only big business, but individuals. I mean, it only makes sense that the perfect storm is cooking up. Just not right now. It's not going to explode to those astronomical numbers right now. But I want to know how soon you think that's going to be and what that price looks like for you. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. I post daily videos giving you guys the newest, latest, freshest, most up-to-date, recent information in the world of precious metals. And, I also do lots of giveaways, lots and lots of giveaways. I just gave away over $1,000 of silver to 6 different people in celebration of 40K. Now on the road to 50K, it's going to be even bigger and crazier. So yeah, you want to stick around. Thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.